Oh my god, Ron Killings is back, formerly known as R-Truth, man. What a fucking crazy ending that was to Money in the Bank. What is going on, everybody? Welcome over to No Limits with Lucas, WWE Money in the Bank 2025 review. No Limits with Lucas. Today being what was today's day? I don't know what today's day honestly is. Let's look this up. Today's date is June 8th, 2025. You have your Sunday day. I don't know what fucking day it was. Good on me, man. Well, anyway, before I get started with today's podcast, we have a little bit of a sit down to end the podcast for WWE Money in the Bank 2025 review. I have some stuff I want to discuss, but a little bit of a sit down, like I said. Now we're going to discuss Money in the Bank, though. We're going to discuss Money in the Bank right in this very podcast. Just click off your show and everything. By the way, follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram, Lucas Dion, and something to discuss about this. Also, Facebook and TikTok, No Limits with Lucas, and Patreon.com/No Limits with Lucas as well. I have some decent things I want to discuss about Patreon, by the way, people. I'm going to discuss it in this very podcast, the end of the show, like I said. The freaking voice crack. My voice is kind of shot today, so anyways, but it is what it is. Also, while you're watching a video on YouTube or podcast on YouTube, hit me a like button, turn to the subscribe button, and turn the bell for all post notifications as well, so don't miss an upload on the video. Also, if you're watching on Spotify, leave me a 5-star rating and comment on the Spotify platform as well. There's also leave a comment on YouTube, like I said as well. Now let's get into your WWE Money in the Bank 2025 introduction. Because Miss Naomi, Trinity Fatu, wins the 2025 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Thank freaking God, man. The right winner won this match. It was by far the right winner here. The only option you had here was Roxanne Perez and built the up-and-coming star in women's division. But she has a lot of years down the road for success for Roxanne Perez. She can win a 2026 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. She really can if you think about it. But right now, you had to give that championship contract to Naomi. The work she's been doing is heel caution gimmick gimmick she's possessing, this character. It's the best thing going on in the SmackDown Women's Division is not involved around the championship. So even here again, some gold around the race, hopefully knock out wood in 2025. Let's hope she does not fail at cashing, man. She's got step one right. All she needs to cash that shit in and win a WWE Women's Championship. I think that's the challenge to be cashing it on. We're still waiting to find out, man. Congratulations to Miss Naomi, man. We're by far the right winner without the match. Did I care for the match? Not too much. I think there was a kind of a little bit small botches in this match. Kind of small botches in this match for sure. But still a very good match for most. Not the best Women's Money in the Bank ladder match by any means necessary. I have heard last year's better than this one, time even close. But I love the winner this year compared to last year, Tiffany Stratton. I love Tiffany Stratton. But man, I feel like to be a couple of candidates to win that match, it's a different conversation for another day, right? You know, I love Tiffany Stratton. Shout out to Tiffany Stratton for sure. And also shout out to Naomi who won this match, man. Can I be proud of her even more than I already am? But shout out to Naomi. Also got some big time filler match. Dominik Mysterio defeats Octagon Jr. to retain the WWE Intercontinental Championship. I had no idea who the fuck Octagon Jr. was until this show. That's like Debbie saw the complaints, oh, there's only 4 matches on the PLE, we need to have more matches. They like to complain about it, and the fans, obviously, and she has a fucking filler of a fucking match. And nobody gave a flying fuck about. So you might as well have 4 matches at this rate. You might as well. This is by far the worst thing on the show. I don't know what the fuck Octagon Jr. is. I guess he won like a match to get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship last night against Worlds Collide. Why are we having Worlds Collide implicate for Money in the Bank? All because they're taking place in Los Angeles. Kind of ridiculous if you ask me. We're also going to discuss that though. We're also discussing Becky Lynch defeats Lyra Valkyria to win a WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Probably the best match of the whole night. Definitely the best match of the whole night. And by the way, I was with the fucking roll-ups. Like, yeah, with this fucking women's division. When it's a WWE, AEW, NXT, even if it's falls to a point. My God, man, I'm sick and tired of the roll-ups. I trust me. I know Lyra beat Becky at Backlash with the same finish in this match. But why the fuck do we have to do it again, bro? I complained about it then, so don't tell me like, oh, you're just complaining for the sake of complaining. I complained both times this time, so get your facts straight there. Oh my God, but shout out to Becky Lynch. I feel like she should have won this match, and she definitely did. This is a very big match. This is a great match. A very fun match. These two women has a freaking voice crack in the middle of it. Lovely. We're going to discuss Becky Lynch defeating Lyra Valkyria to win the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Like I said, probably the best match of the night. We're going to discuss that. Also, Seth Rollins. Oh my God, man. I ain't a big rant in this one, man. Seth Rollins wins the 2025 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. This is the only thing I got wrong on the show and pre-predictions on the SmackDown review. Why the fuck do we need LA Knight to lose the third straight Money in the Bank ladder match? The fuck were you doing thinking here, Triple H? Trust me. Seth Rollins is an all-time great. I'm a big, humongous fan of Seth Rollins. He is great. One of the best wrestlers in this generation. One of the best wrestlers in the world right now. But did he fucking need this lot win here? All it's mean to probably fail his cash-in. Same style. I'm surprised he didn't do it last night. Same style probably in 2025 at some point. Like last year's Money in the Bank ladder match. Even if he does successfully cash him, you didn't need a fucking Money in the Bank contract around it. Seth Rollins become either the WWE World Heavyweight Champion or the undisputed WWE Champion. You either wanted the Money in the Bank contract. He could have faced John Cena and tell a story right there. He could have faced Jey Uso and tell a story there too. Without the Money in the Bank contract. The fuck do we need a Money in the Bank contract for? It should have 1000% went to LA Knight. This is a botch of a creative decision from Triple H. The match is freaking great. This is a actually pretty underrated match. I thought this match was going to be a stinker, honestly. Maybe not a stinker, but at least like not the greatest of matches. He also Sikoa in this match. He's not the greatest in all honesty, but you get the point. Also, Jacob Fatu turns on Solo Sikoa in this match. You see, I like that, honestly. I like his slider match. Other than that, the match is freaking great, don't get me wrong. But my God, man, why the fuck do we need Seth Rollins win this contract? He's Seth fucking Rollins, man. He can easily go for a World Title Championship any fucking day of the week. And giving this man the fucking Money in the Bank contract for what, bro? Even if he cashed in successfully. Like, what's the fucking point? He could easily went to somebody else and have Rollins do this in a different way. To get to Jey Uso or even John Cena at SummerSlam. Could have done it easily that way without the contract. But what do I fucking know, I guess? We're going to discuss that, though. Let's get some Cody Rhodes in your main event. I was surprised. I was surprised Seth Rollins not cashing here. But what we got then in the show was probably better, I don't know, let's see. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, the reigning defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion, defeat John Cena, the reigning defending undisputed WWE Champion, and Logan Paul in the main event thanks to the shocking return of R-Truth, the former R-Truth, now Ron Killings. Oh my God, man. I was like, I was watching, I saw the hoodie man, and I saw like this black skin showing out R-Truth. I was like, oh my God, is this fucking Ron Killings / R-Truth attacking John Cena? And lo and behold, it was him. I was like, there's no way Travis Scott's about to attack John Cena. But it wasn't Travis Scott. It was fucking Ron Killings, the former R-Truth. I'm like, what the flying fuck? At first, like, this is the biggest work I've ever seen any, bro. But then I realized this. This is probably TKO / WWE. Freaking probably thinking like they fucked up big time. They had to after shooting. There's no way it's a fucking work here. When I think about it. I was under shock in the moment. I was like, oh my God. They pulled the biggest work in wrestling history. But when I think about it, it's probably the TKO finally realizing their wrongs here. So we're going to discuss that on today's podcast strategy review. We always discuss this year's WWE Money in the Bank 2025 review on No Limits with Lucas. Starting with, you guessed it, Naomi. She wins the 2025 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, defeating Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Stephanie Vaquer, Roxanne Perez, and Julia. To be honest, this Lyra match kind of was a letdown for me as far as match quality in this match. But the fucking outcome was perfect. The outcome was an A++. Not that it's giving a whole A++ match worthy grade, but still. This was the best outcome probably the whole night. Probably. Like, on the outside, like, I'm not going to discuss the Dominik Mysterio and Octagon Jr. match. I don't discuss that much. But going into these 4 matches, this is probably the best outcome we got. Out of the 4 matches in the outcome situation. Naomi absolutely needed to win this match. I would have took Roxanne Perez to a point, but bro. Roxanne has a big future. Not that Naomi is old or washed or anything. I'm not saying she's old. She's not even close to old. I'm not going to discuss her age. It's not my business. But Naomi absolutely needed to win this match for character purposes. Naomi should have 1,000% won this match, and thank God she did. And if she didn't, this heel turn would have been a completely downhill spiral, probably since. As I don't trust Triple H's book when Naomi posts this. I still don't quite trust it to a point. She won the big time one. She won the Money in the Bank contract ladder match. That's step 1. Step 2, she needs to cast this shit in and win it successfully. Whenever that may be, I don't know. Maybe it's SummerSlam, Evolution. We shall wait and find out in the coming weeks and months in between. But my God, Naomi should 1,000% be your WWE Women's Champion at some point in 2025. You know what? Let's have her cash in Evolution when I think about going to SummerSlam with the WWE Women's Championship. It's just what's right, bro. It needs to happen that way. She got step 1 right. She won the contract, and thank God the creative fucking finally had their hands out of their ass here. And gave Naomi to win this match. And she should 1,000% win this match, and thank goodness, like I said, she did. If she didn't, the character probably been dead in the water. And I would not like to say it for Naomi fan. I love Naomi. So I'm grateful as shit she won this match. So shout out to Naomi. Shout out to Naomi for sure, man. She was pretty good in this match. This match is actually not the greatest, honestly. I was kind of let down by this match. I was kind of a little match quality here. But still, the outcome was an A++. So far, it's an B+ just for that in general. So Naomi is your 2025 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner. And that's the fucking biggest great decision that Triple H has made in this whole event. B+ is your grade only because Naomi outcome one was freaking phenomenal. No, it's a fucking pointless, I don't give a fuck match on this show. Probably a big time bathroom break following the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Dominik Mysterio, the reigning defending WWE Intercontinental Champion, defeats Octagon Jr. to, like I said, retain the WWE Intercontinental Championship. A big fat say. The fuck was the point of this? And trust me, I hated they only had 4 matches on this show. They're going into like as far as Monday. Fuck, even as much as Friday, they only had 4 matches for the show. And Saturday, right there in June, they made a match with Octagon Jr. and somebody for some contenders match against Dominik Mysterio for tonight being Money in the Bank. The fuck was the point of that? An extra Worlds Collide match on basically a Money in the Bank. The fuck do we need this for? You could put us in Worlds Collide itself? All because they need another match. They realize they're wrong. So put on 4 matches and for a PLE card. Like, I know it's a bad decision. I get that. But still. What was the point of this? What was the point of this? I didn't know even Octagon Jr. even was until he came out. Literally, I kid you not. I am not joking when I say that. I didn't know who Octagon Jr. was when he came out. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy looked like Rey Fenix at first to a point. What is Rey Fenix and Dominik Mysterio finally getting an Intercontinental Championship match? Where the fuck did this come from? And then Octagon Jr. like, this is even worse than Rey Fenix. No offense to Octagon Jr. I just didn't know who the fuck he was. So I didn't watch Worlds Collide. What was the point of watching Worlds Collide? Would be like, I could see a Money in the Bank for a match. I kid you not, people. And the match was short. This is especially when the match is short and you don't know what the fuck the opponent is for Dominik Mysterio here. It's a disaster. A big fat C is your grade, and I don't give a flying fuck. Like, seriously, man, who the fuck is Octagon Jr? I don't know if I'm saying his name right. The fuck is the point of this, bro? A big fat C is your grade. By far the worst thing on the show. Moving on to Becky Lynch. Probably go from the best grade to the worst grade to the best grade on the show. Becky Lynch defeats Lyra Valkyria to win a WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. It's, like I said, the best match of the night. Best grade of the whole show, and an A-. This was fucking great. I could have done with Becky Lynch looking like she was going to a street fight here. I'm like, what the fuck? Was this a street fight last minute here? And then the role with Becky Lynch was wearing the big time jacket. I'm like, what the fuck? I know she's married to Seth Rollins, but still, man. I mean, damn, what the fuck was she wearing last night? I thought it was honestly a street fight with her street fight clothes here. I kid you not. But this was, other than that, this was freaking great. This was fucking phenomenal. Not phenomenal, it's still a great match as it is. Best match of the show, like I said. And believe it or not, it's the right outcome. It's not a better outcome than Naomi win the Money in the Bank contract, but still, it's the right outcome. Because Lyra Valkyria is going to be fine here. She already beat Becky twice. Becky was always going to get a win eventually against Lyra Valkyria. I just hate the fucking fact that both the last matches, all three of their matches, ended in fucking roll-ups. I am tired of them, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, for the first match in NXT. Like, what was with the roll-ups? All three matches these two women had ended in a fucking roll-up. Really? Is that the best finish we could have came up with here, Triple H? Debbie writers, creative minds there in World Wrestling Entertainment. That's the best creative finish we could have got here. That's the best one you came up with. Unfucking believable, man. But it still didn't take away from the match, though. It was fucking phenomenal. The right outcome won Becky Lynch. Oh, but Becky Lynch is Becky Hogan. I am tired of the fucking Hogan chants, bro. I'm tired of people getting compared to Hulk Hogan. It's disgusting, bro. I kid you not. How many times I have to say this on this podcast? Anybody being compared to Hulk Hogan is probably not even close to the level of Hulk Hogan. A fucking selfishness. Come on, people. Get your fucking head out of your fucking ass. Oh my god, man. The right outcome won Becky Lynch. I don't care what anybody fucking says. Lyra's gonna be just fine. She'll probably get his title back eventually against Becky Lynch. Who knows? Maybe it's Becky Lynch or Bayley. I don't fucking doesn't matter who it is. She's gonna get that title back eventually. Stop fucking complaining for the sake of complaining, people. Unbelievable. The internet wrestling dumbass community. How about the idiot wrestling community? How about that, bro? This is an A-. The best match, easily the best match of the night. By far the best match of the night, man. Shout out both of them for putting on a great match here, in all honesty. A- you're great between Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria for a WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Like I said, it's an A-. Moving on to a match I gotta rant about. I gotta rant about this one. Seth Rollins. He wins the 2025 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. He defeats Andrade, Penta, El Grande Americano. Who else? You had his Sol Sikoa, and what else? And LA Knight. How the fuck do you drop the ball for a third year in a row, with LA Knight potentially being Mr. Money in the Bank? In his hometown, no less. In Los Angeles, California, is where LA Knight is. Probably the reason why it's probably called LA Knight. LA initials for Los Angeles. Ha, get it? Oh my fucking god, bro. Seth Rollins did not need this Money in the Bank contract to get the deal. Jey Uso, more than likely, or maybe a small chance John Cena or Cody Rhodes. Did we fucking need to give the contract to Seth Rollins? No, the answer is no, we didn't. The fuck are we doing, bro? The match, I feel like, was a big, great. It was a very fun match. If LA Knight would have won this match, It would have been an A+. It would have been at least maybe an A+, maybe like an A. Because I love the match. These all 6 men kicked ass in this match. Even Sikoa is not that bad. But my God, man. We go because you can give LA Knight the championship, the contract. It's going because they're already down to be a B. No choice. I love Jacob Fatu turning on Sikoa during this Money in the Bank match. But how the fuck can you defend with this creative decision? It's funny, they had the best creative decision they could have came up with last night for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. But it's the complete opposite for the men's side. Yeah, I prefer the men's match over than the women's match, honestly. As far as match quality. But this is not even close to feel out the outcome here for both contrasts as a comparison. This was fucking ridiculous. Why the fuck did you not get the contract to LA Knight? You gotta cash in on John Cena or Cody Rhodes, even Jey Uso. Because we met on Monday Night Raw and him and dethroned Jey Uso, probably interrupting Jey Uso and Gunther, probably. But no, we gotta get to Seth Rollins for what, dude? Also, we need a phallic cash in. So I don't think he's gonna cash this in successfully. Unless they want Roman Reigns to go after the World Heavyweight Championship. Or unless Rollins cashes in for Undisputed WWE Championship. I don't think you fucking know this right. Gotta know this is right. We can cash in for the NXT Championship. Don't ever put that on the universe, Lucas. Don't ever put that on the universe. I'm probably not, but you get the point at least. Like, what the fuck why are we doing this? Seth Rollins could easily win one match with Jey Uso by winning on the King of the Ring tournament. Why the fuck do you need a Money in the Bank contract? The fuck are we doing, Triple H? 3 years in a row, LA Knight's been not even close to win the contract. 3 years in a row. This year's even worse. He's in his hometown in Los Angeles, California. The fuck was your problem, Triple H? Oh, because you make up the gimmick with LA Knight and move into the movement it's been getting for LA Knight. And say you want to get your, you know what, hard for the yeet movement. And I love Jey Uso. But still, you get the point. The fuck are we doing? Like, what the fuck was the point of giving Seth Rollins the Money in the Bank contract? Really? Really? This match just gets a B for that. I can't defend the outcome of this match. And I love Seth Rollins, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And you shouldn't have never given him the contract here. You should have. You should not have done this, Triple H. Easily a freaking booking box I've ever seen any. B is your grade. You know, the match was freaking great. Moving on to your main event. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, the reigning defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I thought you were going to cash in here. There's nothing I ran about this. What happens if Rollins fails to cash in? What is the point of giving the contract if he's going to successfully cash in for what? And then you did the same thing last year with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. CM Punk screwed Drew McIntyre. Either CM Punk screws this year against Seth Rollins, or even Roman Reigns screws Seth Rollins. That's basically the same fucking finish in last year's Money in the Bank match. Or Money in the Bank winner in general. You get the point. That's another thing I have a heart about that. Unless he does successfully cash in, but what's the point of that, right? What is the point? Let's move on to your main event, though. Jey Uso, the reigning defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and Cody Rhodes defeat John Cena, the reigning defending undisputed WWE Champion, and Logan Paul in the main event. And that thanks to the shocking return of Ron Killings, the former R-Truth. At first, I was like, oh my fucking god. They did not just pull a major swerve here. No pun intended, the swerve stricken of All Elite Wrestling AEW. But then again, I thought it was a work at first, but this is probably, I thought about TKO. This company's not sold as TKO. TKO Group Holdings, you don't know about that, obviously. Like, they probably, like, the TKO probably realized the online backlash they got for releasing R-Truth here / Ron Killings. So they decided, hey, let's bring this into a storyline here. And maybe bring back Ron Killings and give him, like, a new gimmick or something like this. Maybe he's not named R-Truth. Probably the name is Ron Killings. It's funny. on WWEshop.com, they have R-Truth's name as Ron Killings, and with merchandise and everything. So that's definitely very interesting, if you ask me. I actually like it. I feel like R-Truth can suggest Ron Killings to go for a new character change and be more like a serious type character. This final probably run. I believe that according to PW Insider, it's basically his final run. He's 53 years old, something like that. There you go. I was shocked as shitless when I saw Ron Killings here. Oh my fucking god, there's no way. I thought I was honestly dreaming that for some reason. I woke up in this major dream or something like this. But nope, it's live on Peacock. Ron Killings returning to WWE and screwing his childhood hero as R-Truth, being John Cena. I'm oh my fucking god, no way. And the moment it was actually true. Ron Killings screwed John Cena. And Cody Rhodes pinned John Cena. Probably get set up another match being a Night of Champions, being at Best SummerSlam, waiting to find out. For a undisputed WWE Championship. I also want to do a Night of Champions, honestly, think about it. We should wait and find out for that. But the match itself was kind of boring. It was definitely boring at first, and it was picking up a little bit towards the end when Ron Killings came out. But still, I don't really care for the match whatsoever. This gets a B+ only because the Ron Killings / R-Truth return was freaking shocking, man. I did not expect this in all honesty, man. It's not a work, people. It's not a work. I originally thought it could have been a work. But my god, man. It's probably TKO realizing their wrongs here. Finally. They finally get their head out of their fucking ass, probably. So you should shout out that for them. And thank God I brought back R-Truth / Ron Killings, for sure. Fairly grateful for that, man. Ron Killings is back in the good graces of WWE and WWE television in general. So we'll wait and find out what he does on SmackDown this Friday night. So wait and find out that for sure. But as for Miss Main Event between Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defeating John Cena and Logan Paul, gets an all-grade of B+. As for your roast show for WWE Money in the Bank 2025, gets an all-grade of B. Now let's have a little bit of a sit down to end the Money in the Bank 2025 review on No Limits to Lucas. Okay, first and foremost, I discussed with a friend today, before I wanted to air this podcast for the Money in the Bank 2025 review. I discussed this a little bit with my friend and everything, with his close stuff in Syracuse, obviously. He's a great dude. He's a great dude for sure. I'm not going to name him in the podcast, it's only anonymous. Let's just call it anonymous right now, you say the least. Shall we? I know, let's do that. So I was talking to him, and we discussed basically podcasting content. He thinks about starting his own podcast. So we started discussing that, and also discussing more advice or anything. The Patreon will be returned as of this week. But it's not for wrestling or anything in general wrestling. It'll be all dedicated to, hopefully, like I said, for sports and pop culture / entertainment talk. I've been wanting to do that, but I just haven't had the time to do it. It's rough, man. I know it's kind of rough in Syracuse, obviously, for me and everything. You know about that. But we're going to do that, man. We're going to start Patreon hopefully this week. Knock on wood. Big time fucking knock there, man. To say the least. We're going to hopefully start Patreon this week for your episode number 1 on No Limits to Lucas. YouTube. Not YouTube. Why did I say fucking YouTube, man? I mean, it will be uploaded to YouTube eventually throughout the week. This is basically early content, early access on Patreon. It'll be uploading a couple weeks out, a couple days after, like I said. Like I said, we uploaded then as well. Maybe 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. Oh my god, I'm botching my words big time in this recording. Maybe 2 to 3 days after it's well published to Patreon, early access for Patreon. So wait and find out for that. And also be uploaded to YouTube sooner rather than later after, and maybe like I said, maybe more audio platforms in general too. Maybe. We also wait and find out with that. I'm still discussing late production about that. And also, starting tomorrow with your flagship No Limits to Lucas podcast, it'll be episode truly number 8, by the way. I was saying beforehand, episode number 7, my last episode of the Full Fledged podcast. It was all basically I was saying episode number 8, but technically it was episode number 7. I know, I can't believe what I was thinking there for sure. But this one is all foremost. We're going to be discussing sports and pop culture talk on the Patreon for the flagship No Limits Lucas Sports and Pop Culture Talk on also on Patreon, like I said. Events will be all published to YouTube and all audio platforms maybe 2 to 3 days afterwards. I'm still worrying about that for sure. Also, and the baby I've been implicating my No Limits Lucas podcast, the wrestling side of things. Thinking about basically like promoting my content in general, like my one specific segment at the top of the show. Before I discuss anything about anything wrestling events happening. We're basically discussing like more like access to like the Patreon, access to like the social media, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, like I said. At the top of the show, each and every podcast, including all your wrestling reviews and everything. It'll be has his own specific segment where basically the first couple seconds and for a minute or so, be promoting my social media, like I said, all my Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, and also my Patreon as well, and also everything in general. So we'll be doing that, man. We'll be doing that for sure, starting tomorrow, like I said. Hopefully, knock on wood. I forget about that, man. Hopefully, knock on wood. Don't forget that. So we ain't find out for that. So like I said, spoiler alert, the No Limits Lucas podcast wrestling side of things will be out tomorrow about episode number 8 from Monday, June 9th, 2025. And thank y'all for watching No Limits Lucas WWE Money in the Bank 2025 review. So being Sunday, June 8th, 2025. And like I said, catch y'all tomorrow for your flagship wrestling No Limits Lucas podcast episode number 8 for June 9th, 2025. Until tomorrow, for more content, No Limits Lucas and all Twitter. Not Twitter. Why did I say Twitter? YouTube and all audio platforms. Peace, love, right? Take care. Love y'all big time, to say the least.